lead, and live. You have to learn to lead the world, to allow everyone to live a better life. So that, I say, is quite a coincidence to be here in the premises of a remarkable university of our country, Khulna University. This is also my honor to sit with the dignitaries here, the panel of distinguished guests, and already the head of the department, Khulna University, he welcomed you and also inspired you to consider 4 C's of communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and what was the 4th one? Creativity. I want to hear from the learners, sir. Anyway, so I would add 2 more if we think about the major core skills for the 21st century. And those 2 are what? Can anybody guess? One is, we are very fond of it, digital literacy. So digital competence must be there. And lastly, it is not that you are in Khulna division, you are in your district. Rather, we can work locally, but we have to think globally. So the 6th one would be the global citizenship. So wherever we are not detached. We share the same globe. We share the same sky. Actually, we are going to face the same future. Now, what sort of future we are heading towards? The future that is uncertain. The future that will be very difficult, as I already told about 4th revolution, industrial revolution. So where we are going? And you are actually building your future, you're preparing yourself for the future so you can fight the battle, you can own it, you can establish your identity. So what is that war? You know it very well that 20 years back, we were students and we were thinking about the professions, we were thinking about our career, and we were preparing ourselves in that way. Some of us we could prepare well, some of us were not ready. The thing is that the top professions nowadays were not there in 20 years back. So you will be graduated maybe in the 30s, maybe in the 40s, but we haven't seen that future yet. So the prediction, foresee, vision, these will be very important for you. And their critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, all these things will work because machine will take place. Machine will replace human beings in some sectors, but machines cannot replace our thought and emotion. So there you have to exercise that. And inspiring leader and how it is connected to English as a language. There are one common thing among these 2, leadership and language. Both are actually skills. English is not a subject. We learn it as a subject, but English is never a subject. English is a skill, very, very important skill in modern era. And leadership, it is not, they are not born, they are made. Actually, leadership is a decision. If you decide to be leader, you can become. You have to develop those skills. So how these leadership and language, they are correlated. Language is there. This is the only identity that we can take proud of. We can be proud. That is what we can express our mind. So if you are a listener, silent listener you are, and also silently you are living your life. You are not responding or expressing or communicating with your surroundings, then your ideas or the identity as a human being is in danger. So you cannot lead your community till you are expressing yourself in a very significant, convincing way. So a leader must have a command, a good command over his language. Otherwise the ideas will be there. You have to learn, you have to gain knowledge, you have to enrich your ideas, but there leadership starts. How you can relate, how you can convey to others so that the world or the community can go to a better future. Now leadership is not about power. Leadership is not about holding a position. Leadership is that particular thing that you will be required to solve something. You have to lead. It may be a discussion, it may be a problem solving, it may be your job, it may be your academy, whatever it is. So you have to have that capacity to lead, to guide, to direct your group and community. When you can do it, you have that skill, you have leadership. So we have to exercise, and there English doesn't have any alternative. Now, when you know one language, so you have the corridor in you, with you, you're walking on the corridor to future, you have one language. But the moment you have the second language, all the doors of the corridors get opened. So there you can choose your directions. And there is a famous philosopher, Marcus Cicero. He pointed out something that is very important to gain knowledge as you are going to lead the community, is that read to lead. I repeat, read to lead. Without reading, without developing your faculty, your rational thinking, we cannot move to that particular height where you can have something to say and others will listen. So I wish a great success of this particular selection round. At the same time, I'd be happier if all the participants are leaving after the conclusion. Some might get the success, but some may not. The results will be declared later on, as I heard. But the result is not the point. Your point is that how much you satisfied your expectation. You have to be better version from now onward. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, sir, for the word of wisdom. Now I would like to request Muhammad Azmul Hussain Nishan, sir, Divisional Coordinator Khulna, to hand over the crest.
Now I would like to request SM Ariful Jahan sir, Professor and Head School of Business, Canadian University of Bangladesh, Advisor of English Olympiad, to have a few words.
Hello everyone. Today's distinguished guest panel and the participants. I have found that all of you are a bit anxious. Why? You have a test right now? After that, you have given your test, or you are going to have the test? You are going to have. Yeah, that's why I see some sort of anxiousness, right? Now, how many of you know Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo? How many of you? How many of you are fan of Messi? Okay. How many of you are fan of Cristiano Ronaldo? Okay. Who wins actually? Messi? Now, I'm not sure about that. After this assessment, some of you might dislike me, but let me share one of my assessment about these two all-time greatest footballers. I actually work in the field of emotional intelligence, so I used to analyze the great people and I used to try to find out that how the emotional intelligence play vital role in their career. So what I have observed from after observing these two greatest footballer, before any match, have you ever watched the emotion of Messi and Ronaldo? Have you observed any difference? Messi feel bit what? He feel bit tensed and he tried to feel some sort of coolness, right? And if you look at CR7, he looked very aggressive. And in terms of emotional intelligence, the first one we call is anxiousness, and for the CR7 we call it actually excitement. And the greatest Diego Maradona, if you have the chance to go back and if you watch how he used to show himself before any match, he was always very excited, and that is why okay. So whenever the big match comes, CR7 always plays better than Messi actually, and this happened because of the excitement. So I will request all of you who are feeling anxious right now. How many of you? How many of you are anxious? before the text. Now say one word to each one of you. Think that I am excited. Together say, I am excited. I am excited. I am excited. I am excited. Yeah, feel this. From the next time, whenever you have any test, you always feel excited. And that takes me to my one of the important days of my life. I am a student of Khulna Jilla School. How many of you are from Khulna Jilla School? Okay. And I studied from Khulna Jilla School, and I did my HSC from Khulna Public College. And then I went to give the sit for the BUET admission test. And after the admission test, my position was 52, and I got chance in the computer science engineering department of BUET. And this happened just because of feeling this excitement actually. So before any critical exam, I always feel excited, and that is actually reason of my success. And today actually Aman Bhai has told me to give you some idea about the higher education of Bangladesh and what is the role of English Olympiad in the education sector of Bangladesh. I believe that education is a great enabler, and if we do the analysis and from the statistics, it has been found that after analyzing the top 15 countries of the world, the three factors have been found. That these are the three factors that are the differentiating factors between the 15 top countries and the other countries. The three factors, one is governance, another one is civility, and the third one is the education. And from another analysis, it has been found to have the sustainability. There are 10 or 15 factors, and out of these, the number one factor is the education. So if Bangladesh want to prosper, if we want to make our country a developed nation, one of the most important areas where we have to invest is actually the education. And now about the English Olympiad. From my childhood, my father always used to say that if you can be good at two subjects, in your whole life you will thrive. Any idea what are the two subjects? One is math, another is English. And unfortunately, I was very good at English. I was very good at math, but I was very poor in English. And that's why I had struggled a lot. Still I am struggling. So whenever I had the opportunity to meet Aman Bhai in the year 2016, when he has told that he is going to start this English Olympiad, I felt really good. That day, well, in Bangladesh we have the Math Olympiad, but there was no English Olympiad. So English Olympiad has started its journey 7 years back, and already founder Aman Bhai has told that now participants from 103 countries are actually participating in the English Olympiad, and in so many countries English Olympiad is being held. So now the Bangladesh is that getting familiar and getting popularity because of the English Olympiad. So big round of applause for the English Olympiad. Don't consider that English Olympiad is a local competition. It has already become a global competition. So today you are going to be part of a global phenomenon. So feel excited, feel proud of that. So I pray for all of you, because English Olympiad has given you the platform where you can showcase your talents, and English Olympiad is reaching every corner of Bangladesh and bringing out all the talents from all over Bangladesh. And if we can do that, if we can bring the talents from all over Bangladesh, I think that Bangladesh can do really well in school. And before I conclude my speech, I will talk few things about our university. Canadian University of Bangladesh, you have seen that we are the education partner of English Olympiad. I am actually the first faculty of Canadian University of Bangladesh. I have been in the teaching sector for the last 19 years. I had worked for North South University, BRAC University, AIUB, IUB, East West University. I took classes at IBA, I took classes at Dhaka University, Commerce faculty. But in the year 2016, when Canadian University started its journey, I thought to actually contribute to the education sector, and that's why I thought that it will be a great opportunity for me to be part of a new university where we can start in a very different way, and that's why you can see our tagline. Our tagline is inspiring applied knowledge. So we basically believe that in today's world, education is something that has to be applied. If we cannot apply the learnings, then no point of actually having the education. And we believe in this motto, and that's why in the last 7 years, Canadian University of Bangladesh has done great, and I'm the head of School of Business. Our business schools graduate, their employment rate is 100%, and our graduates right now are working for all the leading companies of Bangladesh, and a good number of graduates are actually now doing MBA and the masters in Canadian and American universities after completing their undergraduate degrees. And we have several departments. Already the brochures have been given to you. So from Canadian University of Bangladesh, I invite you to have a look at our university in the coming days whenever you'll get the chance to do so. So thanks a lot again. Thanks a lot Khulna University for hosting this great program, and thanks a lot to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your speech. Now I would like to request Afrida Binta Amin to hand over the press.
Thank you.
Now I would like to request Muhammad Sanaul Islam, Professor of Soil, Water and Environment Discipline, Khulna University, to have a few words with us.
Honorable Chair of the program, distinguished guests on the stage, and the leaders and the future sitting in front of us. Good morning. Actually, the speeches of the past speakers were too instrumental, were too big and meaningful, that I don't know whether my speech will stand or fall. So, sitting there, I was dreaming that it would be much nicer and fine for me if I could be there, and probably you were dreaming if you could be here. Isn't that? Okay. One thing I want to tell here, why do you need to learn English? So many speakers and already covered these things, but still I studied my primary school in a village, and my secondary school I started definitely in a village. Then I came to a town, and then I went to Dhaka and I studied in Notre Dame College, then Dhaka University, and then I am now is a faculty of Khulna University. Excuse me. Sitting here, I patiently and seriously I listen to the speakers. I think I'm a good learner. So please try to be a good learner. Listen to others to learn very well. And what happens to people? How do we learn? We learn from books. We learn from people we meet. We learn from different media. We watch films, dramas, and definitely many things. Even we learn from sports. We learn everywhere. Usually I used to tell my students, wherever you are, even if you are in Chalna, you can become a smart student in present time. You don't have that limitations. You cannot regret that I don't have opportunities. You have lots of opportunities. In our time, we don't have this type of openings and vistas. of doing great things and doing many things. Now you have. What happened, what I want to tell is that when I went to Notre Dame College, I found myself that I am very poor in English. But when I was in Dinajpur, I always take pride in that I am very good at that. Problem is that the difference and level of the competition. Excuse me again. Are you listening? Or are you now in that excitement that you want that competition now? Well, I don't want to wait. Actually, okay, I'm just closing my speech very briefly. The next thing is that when I joined here, I used to tell my students I'm not a good speaker, but I want to become a good speaker. So what we can do, we can free myself from the fear of the stage, podium and the audience. And you came here for a competition, and I hope that you will all be selected, and the examiner of the scripts, when they will evaluate, they will be perplexed that all the competitors of Khulna did excellent, and you will be the leader of the future. You will lead our country, and you deal the global issues so efficiently that you will offer us a happy life in this planet. I wish that. And from here, I want to congratulate and thanks deepest sense of gratitude to the guardians. I know many of you are sitting, your exam is knocking at the door, probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow, your final exam. And many of you came here with that load. So I must congratulate you even. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for the participation. And definitely this type of program will bring out the best in you, and learning a lot from here, you will lead your life to become very happy, content and efficient and a instrumental person of our country. Thank you very much. Thank you and thank you. Sorry.
Thank you very much, sir, for that incredible speech. I would like to call Muhammad Azmul Hussain Nishan, Divisional Coordinator of Khulna, to hand over the crest.
And to the organizers, thank you for having me here, inviting me, and thank you. I feel honored. Thank you. I feel honored. Thank you.
Now I would like to call upon Professor Muhammad Sharif Hassan Liman, sir.
Let's bring some diversity. মঞ্চবিষ্ট সম্মানিত শিক্ষক মণ্ডলী এবং সামনে যারা বসে আছেন এবং প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থীরা, সকলকে খুলনা বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ে স্বাগত। এতক্ষণ ইংলিশ স্পিকিং, ইংলিশ স্পিচ শুনতে শুনতে আমি নিজেই ভয় পেয়ে গেছি, এই জন্য বাংলায় কথা বেরিয়ে আসছে। এবং এটা দিয়ে আমি প্রমাণ করতে চাচ্ছি যে আমি তোমাদের চাইতে অভিজ্ঞ। তোমরা যতটা ইংরেজি পারো আমি ততটাও পারি না। কাজে কি অ্যাংশাসনেস কি কেটে যাবে? যাওয়া উচিত, তাই না? যে ওখানে দাঁড়িয়ে একজন ভয় পাচ্ছে ইংরেজিতে কথা বলতে, তাহলে তোমরা আমাদের চাইতে বেটার। ওকে, সো ফার্স্ট ট্রাই টু ফিল দ্যাট। ইংলিশ অলিম্পিয়াড নন স্পিকিং যেগুলো ইংলিশ কান্ট্রিজ আছে, সেই কান্ট্রিজগুলোতে ইংলিশকে আরও জোরদার করবার জন্য, স্কিলটাকে ইমপ্রুভ করবার জন্য সারা পৃথিবীতেই এখন এটা একটা যুগপৎ আন্দোলন হিসেবে চলছে। এবং যেমনটি পূর্ববর্তী বক্তারা বলে গেলেন যে বাংলাদেশিদের বেশ পপুলারিটি এই কম্পিটিশন। মিস্টার আনন্দ যেমন বলছিলেন, যেমন কয়েকটা এক্সারসাইজ, আমরা বাঙালিরা কয়েকটা বিষয় আমরা আশীর্বাদ পুষ্ট। আমাদের বাংলাতে বর্ণ আছে কয়টি বলতে পারো? কেউ আসলে কনফিডেন্ট না মনে হচ্ছে। আমি কিন্তু সংখ্যাটা বলবো না, তো জেনে নেব। কিন্তু যেটা বলতে চাচ্ছি যে প্রত্যেকটা বর্ণ আছে, এই বর্ণগুলোর উচ্চারণের ক্ষেত্রে আমাদের স্বরতন্ত্রের যে সকল অংশগুলো ব্যবহৃত হয় সেটা পৃথিবীর আর কোনো ভাষাতেই নেই। যার কারণে বাংলা ভাষাভাষীদের জন্য পৃথিবীর যে কোনো ভাষাকে আয়ত্ত করা যতটা সহজ, সেটা আর কোনো দেশের ভাষার ক্ষেত্রেই সম্ভব নয়। সো আমরা প্রথমেই কিন্তু আশীর্বাদ পুষ্ট, শুধু দরকার কি একটু চেষ্টা। তাহলে চেষ্টাটা যদি যোগ করতে পারি তাহলে আমরা ডেফিনেটলি অনেক ভালোভাবে যে কোনো ভাষায় বলতে পারবো। ইংরেজির কথা তো বলাই বাহুল্য। কি বিশ্বাস হচ্ছে? আসলে সমস্যাটা কি, সকালবেলা যখন বাবা মা বলে যে ব্রাশ করে আয়, নাস্তা করতে হবে, তাই না, স্কুলে ড্রেস পরা হয়েছে কিনা, ব্যাগটা গোছানো হয়েছে কিনা, স্কুলে যাওয়ার পরে টিচার বলে ক্লাসের পড়া, বাসায় ফিরলে আবার একই ধরনের নির্দেশনা। তো সারাদিন উপদেশ শুনতে শুনতে এখানে বসেও যদি উপদেশ শুনতে হয় তাহলে আর ভালো লাগে না। কথা শুনতে অবশ্যই কারো ভালো লাগে না, আমি তোমাদের ওখানে থাকলে আমারও ভালো লাগতো না। কাজে তোমরা কথা বলবে, এটাই স্বাভাবিক। কি ঠিক তো? আমি কিন্তু চুপ করতে বলিনি, তাই না? তাহলে প্রথম যে বিষয়টা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ সেটা হচ্ছে নিজের মধ্যে আত্মবিশ্বাসটাকে বাড়ানো। তুমি যেখানেই যাও না কেন, কম্পিটিশনে জেতাটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ নয়, এই কম্পিটিশনে যাওয়ার জন্য তোমার যে প্রস্তুতি সেটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। এটা তোমার স্কিলকে ইমপ্রুভ করবে। এবং ইংলিশ অ্যাজ ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ, তুমি এটার মাধ্যমে কি অ্যাচিভ করতে চাচ্ছ বা গ্লোবালি কি অ্যাচিভ করতে চাচ্ছি, আমরা নলেজটাকে আসলে সারা পৃথিবীতে ছড়িয়ে দিতে চাই। যে যার জায়গা থেকে যে নলেজটুকুই অ্যাকোয়ার করে কেন, আমরা সেটাকে ছড়িয়ে দিতে চাই বিশ্বব্যাপী। এটাই আসলে মূল উদ্দেশ্য। কিন্তু ভাষার মূল উদ্দেশ্যই হচ্ছে কমিউনিকেশন, যোগাযোগ। আমরা যদি সেটা করতে পারি তাহলে সারা পৃথিবী উপকৃত হবে। যেমনটি আমাদের সানাউল ইসলাম স্যার বলে গেলেন, আমরা একটা চমৎকার পৃথিবী চাই, যে পৃথিবীর মানুষ পৃথিবীকে ভালোবাসবে, পৃথিবীকে ধ্বংস হওয়া থেকে রক্ষা করবে, মানুষকে ভালোবাসবে। আর সেটা করতে গেলে পৃথিবীর আনাচে কানাচে ছড়িয়ে ছিটিয়ে থাকা যত নলেজ আছে সেগুলো সবাইকে জানতে হবে। আর সেটা জানাতে হলে অবশ্যই ভাষার মধ্যে একটা সার্বজনীন এবং সামগ্রিকতা থাকতে হবে। আমরা বিশ্বাস করি ইংলিশ অলিম্পিয়াড সেই যাত্রাটাকে আরো বেগবান করছে। আগামী দিনের নাগরিক হিসাবে তোমরা সেই জায়গাটাকে অবশ্যই তুলে ধরবে সামনে, বিশ্বের সামনে। আমি জানি 12টার সময় তোমাদের পরীক্ষা, তোমাদেরকে বেশি কথা বলবো না, উপদেশও দিব না, জাস্ট বলবো আত্মবিশ্বাসী হও, নিজের মধ্যে বিশ্বাস আনো যে তুমি পারো। এইটুকুই যথেষ্ট, আর কিছু লাগবে না, আর কিছুই প্রয়োজন হবে না। আমি তোমাদের সাফল্য কামনা করছি এবং অবশ্যই আমি বলছি যারা পার্টিসিপেট করছো প্রত্যেকেই কিন্তু এখানে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। যারা উইন করবে শুধু তারা নয়, তারা হয়তো একটা কম্পিটিশনের একটা লেভেলে যাবে, বাট যারা পার্টিসিপেট করছো প্রত্যেকেই কিন্তু সমানভাবে যোগ্য। আমি তাই কথা না বাড়িয়ে সকলে আবারও অভিনন্দন জানাচ্ছি খুলনা বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ে আসবার জন্য, এবং খুলনা বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ের পক্ষ থেকে তোমাদের আগামী দিনের সাফল্য কামনা করে আমি আমার বক্তব্য শেষ করছি। ধন্যবাদ সকলকে।
Now I would like to request MD Amanullah, CEO and founder of English Olympiad, to hand over the crest.
Now I would like to request Shamsuzzaman Shahi, Bureau Chief of Khulna, News 24 Television and Bangladesh Pratidin newspaper to come to the stage to receive the medal.